Duke's son.
No, that's Satan's son.
Hang him from the gibbet!
Die, heretic.
Kill him!
Dwellers of Villa de Fontenegre, behold the power of the Inquisition! No son of Satan will ever escape the wrath of God, not even he who hides in noble garments. Shut up, you murdering swine! I'll give you good reason to squeal when I start torturing you.
My name is Miguel de Castro, son of Don Alvaro de Castro, Duke of Fuentenegra. I order you in his name, set me free at once.
Now, you're in no position to give orders, Don Miguel. You can only have one father, and your ability to understand every language indicates that your true father is the devil himself. Hence, the Duke has disowned you before the Inquisition.
You're right. I am the spawn of Satan. So set me free, mortal, or I swear your descendants will be cursed forever.
You swear in vain, Don Miguel. Your menaces don't move me. Unlike the cretins in this superstitious village, I don't believe in the existence of God or the devil.
Then the Inquisition will be very happy to hear about your absence of faith.
You'll be pleased to know that this is exactly why the Inquisition hired me. So many prisoners down here threaten me with their satanic powers. A superstitious man would have fallen prey already.
Oh, for God's sake, have mercy on me.
Why, a minute ago you ordered me to obey you in the name of the Duke. If my soul had any room for mercy, it wouldn't be for you.
You drink all the time. Why aren't you drunk by now?
He who has soldiered long enough becomes immune to alcohol. And crab lice, for that matter, Don Miguel. There are things a man does to forget what he did today and face what he'll do tomorrow.
Are you going to torture me?
Yes, I am. They'll ask questions you have no answer for. Like all prisoners, you'll hang on to a vain hope of survival. It'll take you hours to confess. With a little bit of luck, I'll get to use all my instruments on you.
How does the boot work?
You turn the handle to separate the two boards as much as possible. Then you put the prisoner's ankle between them.
That sarcophagus beside the door is an Iron Maiden, right?
Yes. You put the prisoner inside and close the door very slowly. Oh, the agony is long and extremely painful.
There was oil inside the cauldron in my cell, wasn't there?
The usual procedure is to boil the oil and then pour it over the prisoner. I prefer to combine it with metal funnels to fill his orifices.
There's a wooden board with holes in my cell. What's it for?
It amazes me that you've never seen the stalks before. The Duke, your former father, must have used it on his vassals very often. Right. The head goes in the big opening, your arms or legs in the small ones. Then it's taken to the public square for public scorn.
What else can you tell me about the stocks?
Well, the stocks is a free torture instrument invented by Sir Richard Stockman. He believes that torture is a common good, a space of possibilities that should be open to the community's creativity. This way, everyone can modify the prisoner's state by forking him or distributing his individuality over him, usually in the shape of fluids, if you take my meaning.
You said Vilar de Fuentenegra is a superstitious village.
As soon as the word spread that you can understand every language, your neighbors denounced you to the Inquisition.
Why is there a hog in my cell?
Like you, it awaits its turn to be tortured and judged. If only it were wait in silence.
What's my disgusting cell companion accused of?
With sacrilege. The monk who took care of it cut himself with a farming tool. The pig smelled the blood, went wild, and ate him.
That's murder, not sacrilege.
Were it only a murder, it wouldn't be judged by the Inquisition, but by your former father. The monk had just received communion, you see. According to the church, he had Christ's body inside him. So the hog received communion by eating the monk. And as we all know, taking communion without being baptized is a sacrilege. One common of demons. It's total foolishness, but ours is a foolish world.
Are you crazy? How can the Inquisition judge an animal?
This isn't the first time. Months ago, a bunch of termites were judged. They had eaten an altarpiece. The French Inquisition, on its side, got a hog to confess a crime after torturing it for days.
That really is crazy.
Oh, the Inquisition is a magnificent craze. In any case, once you get to know my methods, you will be sure I can coax a confession out of the most silent of stones.
So then, you're going to torture a hog?
I will admit, it's not as satisfying as torturing a human being, but we all must do things we don't really like. As soon as I finish with you, I'll start on it.
But if the noise that the hog makes annoys you, how will you be able to torture it?
It's true that the crying of a baby would disturb my dreams, but the cries of a baby being torn apart by my own hands would embellish them.
That scar on your face? It's the longest one I've ever seen.
A gift from battle, from a soldier of that usurper Don Juan of Portugal. He was taken prisoner. I recognized him and tortured him savagely until death. I owe him my current vocation.
Who was in my cell before me?
A simpleton who satisfied his onanist impulses during vigil mass. The idiot couldn't understand what he was accused of. He didn't have a clue what to confess. Shame, really.
Could you please fill my tankard? I'm dying of thirst.
You lie. I know how a man dying of thirst looks.
There was oil inside the cauldron in my cell, wasn't there?
The usual procedure is to boil the oil and then pour it over the prisoner. I prefer to combine it with metal funnels to fill his orifices.
Don't be afraid, Miguel. As Satan's son, you'd better get used to all kinds of creatures, even my good Ursa's. Now we must leave.
No. I need you to answer some questions first.
Only one. The rooster is about to crow.
Why are you helping me?
I seek for knowledge, Miguel. Your gift for languages is the key I need. You're satisfied?
No, not yet. Who are you?
My name is Gines de Orduña, and I belong to the Order of Minor Monks of St. Francis. Come here, I beg you. I haven't saved your life. I've granted you a new one, and I beg you, make good use of it.
I'm sorry. I think I owe you an apology, don't I?
Your only duty is to mount that horse right now, or all three of us will perish.
My name is John Yesterday. Yours too. Look at your left hand. If you have a scar like this one, then you've lost your memory. So let me bring you up to date. You are more than 500 years old. In 1501, the priest Gines de Orduña made you go through an alchemic transmutation, which makes you come back to life again each time you die. But when you resurrect, your body returns to the age and state that it was in when you first died. But you lose your memory. Thus, the email and this video. 3 years ago, your girlfriend Pauline was transmuted too. When she dies, she comes back to life just like you, but with an advantage. She doesn't lose her memory. Look for her. Start here. In the meantime, if you want to know more about your past, visit this page.
John?
Yes.
Are you awake?
No. Yeah, sort of, I guess.
Are you sure it was a dream?
Honestly, no. No, I'm sure they're not dreams. But my actual past lives.
At least you're recovering your memory.
Yeah, right. The bad news is that it's always the same piece of memory, as if I were blocked at a specific point.
Your friend the sacrilegious pig again, huh?
Yep.
Would you please stop dreaming about hogs while sleeping with me?
But I'm hog wild about you, dear.
Something new about the coin?
No. I think the events in my dream all happened before everything related to the coin and the transmutation.
Is Boris coming to work today?
Yeah, at noon. You told him to clean the van before he comes.
Oops, forgot. You think you're the only one who can have amnesia?
Ha ha ha. That's not fair.
Are you gonna take a shower?
Nope. Took one last night before bed.
Good, because I need to use the shower again.
So the meeting with the New Zealander guys is tomorrow, isn't it?
No, I canceled it.
What are you talking about? I thought client relations was my job, huh?
Weasel discovered they're crooks. They pass off items made for fantasy films as antiques.
Well, I guess Weasel didn't do anything too crazy to find that out about the Kiwi guys.
Madness is a legal term, John.
You're telling me she did something illegal?
Absolutely not. I never give a friend away.
So maybe these Kiwis were selling things from movies based on this trilogy.
Of course not. The crappiest prop from one of those films is more valuable than most antiques. No, they sell items from way cheaper films. These days, everybody who wants to shoot a crappy fantasy film goes to New Zealand.
I told you that they never came to get the Phoenix and the other pieces, didn't I?
No, what happened? We need the money.
I don't know what happened. They phoned and said they'll come as of tomorrow.
Again?
Happy birthday, boss!
Boris, today's not my birthday.
Come down quick! I'm double parked. Come on! I gotta tell you something. You're never going to believe it.
Okay, you convinced me.
Thanks, John.
I'll take pictures of the sculpture and look for its documents.
And me?
John, you Google that collector just in case.
Victoria Baxter, right?
Yes, and me?
Maybe we could give her a little gift to make a good impression.
Well, as long as you take care of it.
And me?
You'll come to Baxter's house with me. If what you say is true, and tomorrow she's leaving on a trip, we must be quick. But now park that van. You're breaking the law.
Yeah, no more tickets, Boris.
Happy birthday.
Boris!
Hey, boss.
John told you to park the van.
Yes,
Are you doing it?
that's something I'm debating with him.
You'll pay the fine next time, okay?
Seems fair, boss.
Did you take the van to the repair shop?
You told me to go today, but the Baxter thing is more important, isn't it?
Yes, but
I'll take that as a thanks, Boris. Happy birthday.
are you sure you got it right? You sure she's interested in the Neo sculpture?
She said she had a soft spot for Japanese carvings, and as far as I know, ours is a marvel, isn't it?
Ours?
Yours.
I can't find the nylon hammer.
I have it.
Why?
None of your business. You want it?
Give it to me.
Sure, boss. Happy birthday.
I want you to stop calling John Choke.
Okay. But his name is Choke. 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 Choke, 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 choke.
Stop it, Boris.
Okay. End of argument. Choke.
Pauline,
Tell me.
here. I guess you'll need this to take the pics.
Oops, thanks. Where was it?
In the laptop slot. You left it there, I guess.
Oh, sure. I emptied it yesterday. Old pics. The ones we took from, that Tibetan mortar.
Have you taken the photos of the statue?
I'll have them in no time. Don't worry.
Hey, I know what to gift Baxter.
Are you sure we need to bribe people?
It's not bribing. It's called diplomacy. Anyway, Baxter is a pipe aficionado, and it's time that we get rid of the billiard pipe.
John, that costs money. We can't afford stupid gifts.
It's not a stupid gift. It's a clever investment.
Okay, John, you win.
There's only one detail missing. Could you paint Baxter's B on the pipe?
Okay, give me a sample of that bee and I'll take care of it.
As soon as I print it. Here's the pipe. Any progress with the statue's documentation?
Not yet, but I'm on it.
I know I met your dad when I was Choke, but I'd love to meet him now again, now that I'm myself.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just thought that when remembering that your dad hid his diary in the base of the cross. Everything you tell me, everything he did, he was special. Just like you.
And complicated. Thanks anyway.
I saw some red drops in the shower. Did you hurt yourself or something?
John, why do you think I took 2 showers today?
I don't know.
It came just after the first shower.
What came?
John, have you learned nothing about women in 500 years?
Oh, right. I get it. Talking about your period. Well, you had it a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
It's come up before. Tension, the debts.
An email arrived from the Antiques Association of Paris for the annual party thing.
I don't think we can go. Too much work.
It's just one night. I mean, it's not like we get invited to a lot of costume Okay, you're right. Way too much work. How can you work with that music?
It gives me energy. The opposite of those prehistoric lullabies that you like. Wait, if I tell you that it's a mysterious redhead playing this track, will you like it better?
So funny. Hey, Boris.
Say, Joke.
You haven't parked the van yet?
Nope. I'm gonna finish up with something first, and I'll get to that in a jiffy.
What something?
Surfing Facebook. It's important.
Did they send you the results from your last checkup?
Nope. Did I tell you he hit my knee with a little rubber hammer? It was crazy. My leg went boing, and I laughed my ass off. Now I do it all the time. Boing, boing. You try it.
About this TV show. You know, the one where you saw Victoria Baxter? Which TV show was it that Baxter was on today?
One with famous people nobody knows. They're having breakfast with journalists who don't know what they're talking about. And no one sees because they're on at a time when everyone's still snoring.
Are you sure she said she was looking for a nyo?
No. They asked her what she'll do now that she lives in Paris. She said she'd make a sweep of the antique shops in the city in search of Japanese art, which I have a soft spot for, especially for the carvings.
Did she happen to mention anything about her love for tobacco?
Nope. Wait, yes. When they asked her how she liked her breakfast, she said, "It's even better than the French standards. Happy birthday. Only a good pipe could improve it."
Why were they interviewing her in the first place?
Because they didn't have anyone else, I guess. But they said she is one of the most important collectors in Europe and wants to start her own little Japanese museum in Paris.
How much do you think we can ask Baxter for the sculpture?
Oh, what a nuisance. But don't tell the boss I helped you, okay? Date? Origin? Author?
It was made by Unkei, the most highly valued sculptor from the Kei school in Japan at the end of the 12th century.
Conservation state?
It was in very bad shape, but Pauline's father, he did an amazing restoration.
Around 600,000 euros. Happy birthday.
There's something I need to ask you about our previous life in New York.
Oh, Choke. Really? Again?
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
Now tell me again, how did we meet?
I was in the station, sitting on a bench, waiting for... You know.
I know.
You sat beside me, not saying a word. You offered me half a sandwich.
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
I started to think that the demolished station was a church and that we were members of the Inquisition. Why did I think that?
No idea. You talked a lot of nonsense. I liked that because you were acting crazier than me. And you got food and things for us.
I know we've talked about it a lot of, but I'm certain
Oh.
Do you think I could ever become Choke again?
Well, Choke, you still are Choke. Younger, but time will change all that. You are less crazy, though. We're both improving, aren't we?
I know we've talked, but I'm certain...
Oh.
What exactly was it like when you saw me die and then resurrect for the first time?
I laughed my ass off. I thought, so all that nonsense about eternal life is true.
I know we've talked about, but I'm certain...
Oh.
Do you have any idea why I went to that station in the first place?
You were sure that Cadway was related to Cadwallader, and that Cadwallader had something to do with the Inquisition, and someone with ginger hair.
You never told me that before.
Maybe. Or maybe you've just forgotten that I have.
I know we've talked about, but I'm...
Oh.
I thought I asked you to buy ink for the printer.
And I did.
But there's no ink in the printer.
But you asked me to buy it, that's all.
Logical. Okay. So would you be so kind as to give me the ink cartridge for the printer, please?
With pleasure, Choke. Just ask me. Happy birthday!
Here is Baxter's B, so you can paint it on the pipe.
You're such a pest. Just a sec. I painted the bee on the pipe. What do you think?
Marvelous. Many thanks.
The key is to never forget the happiest years of your life. In my case, 72, 77, and 82. The year I became the owner of Le Tout Petit. The year I met your mother. And the year you were born.
There. I finally found the sculpture documents.
Cool.
There you go. I almost filled the card. You wanted to see them before?
No need. You don't know how to take a bad picture.
John! I'm sorry about my negativity about all this. Sometimes I'm just so suspicious.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. No, you should stay here.
Baxter Mansion. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm from Le Tout Petit's Antique, and I...
Welcome, Mr. Letou. Do you have an appointment?
No, but actually...
I'm very sorry, Mr. Letou. Miss Baxter is extremely busy.
Wait, can you tell her that I have a 17th century Neo carving?
I can? I shouldn't.
Please?
Okay. Ring back in a minute, will you? Baxter Mansion. How can I help you?
I'm the guy who rang before, the Neo guy.
Welcome. I'm very sorry, but Victoria Baxter never meets anyone without a proper appointment. However, you have piqued her curiosity. Wait till the gates open and then park in the yard, will you?
There.
Are you sure it's him?
Yes. Sure. At last.
Hi.
Please, come in. Here's my card.
But there's no information on it.
Don't worry, it's not activated yet, Mr.
John Yesterday.
An appropriate name for an antique dealer, isn't it?
But I'm a historian too.
Even better then! What do you specialize in?
Satanism and sectarianism in the Middle Ages.
No way! I just received the first copy of a book about a satanic sect in the Middle Ages. I can't show it to you yet, but it will make people talk. The writer is an American who, by the way, you're an American, aren't you?
Yes, from New York.
Not a bad place to be an antique dealer. The old world has a rich history, but doesn't seem to appreciate it so much. My beloved London, for example, it has lots of history, but it's often regarded more as a duty than a pleasure.
You are absolutely right. However, I always ask myself...
Sorry, Mr. Yesterday. We're not here to answer your questions, but mine. Why on earth am I wasting my time with you? Shit!
Maybe you've heard I have a Neo by Unke. It's perfect and...
Why can't I see it?
Oh, sorry. Here are some photos of the sculpture and its authenticity documents.
You think of everything. I like you. Please make yourself at home while I examine all this. You'll see the room is full of valuable pieces. Feel free to touch. You are, after all, a colleague. I just received the first copy of a book about a satanic sect in the Middle Ages.
You may remove your blindfolds, dearest disciples. Behold, Santa Brigida's greatest treasure.
Where are we, Brother Hinas?
Oh, that's none of your business, Brother Iago. It's written in an unknown language, one so rare it could even date back to the days of the Tower of Babel. No one has ever deciphered it, or managed to copy a single character from its alphabet.
Come on, who are you speaking of? Blind men and morons?
Do you dare to give it a try, Brother Giuseppe?
Hey, why does he get to go first? That's not fair.
Let's see. I don't understand a thing. These symbols. I can't stop. I'm trapped by them. Oh no! My God, what's happening to me? Why? Iago! Iago! Help me! Giuseppe!
Do not touch him. There's nothing you can do for him now. No. Put your blindfolds back on.
No.
I'll take you to your cells. Never speak to anyone about what happened on this night. And remember, you have seen nothing.